This is 7 National News, and in our top story, the Zayed Giving Initiative is adding 9 state-of-the-art mobile medical units to increase the capacity of its Emirates World Humanitarian Field hospitals. That's according to a senior official. The organisation's CEO, Dr. Adel Al-Shamari, stated that the new capacity will include 100 beds and 9 mobile units supplied by partner organisations over in the US, Italy and China. Al-Shamari added that the new units have been designed to fit the humanitarian, medical and relief missions of the initiative in friendly countries to alleviate the suffering of underprivileged patients, mostly children and the elderly. The units will also cater to the growing requirements for diagnostic, therapeutic, preventative, training, educational and awareness services to various segments of society, both locally and globally. The drive of the Zayed Giving Initiative is also supervised by senior doctors and surgeons in partnership with public and private sectors and the Saudi German hospital. Dr. Shamsa Al-Awar, the Executive Director of Doctors for Humanity Association, stated that the Emirates World Humanitarian Mobile Hospital, the National Mobile Hospital for Medical Care, the National Emergency Medical Response Programme, and the Emirates World Humanitarian Field Hospital for Childcare has undertaken missions in the UAE, Morocco, Haiti, Lebanon, Yemen, Kenya, Bosnia, Syria, Eritrea, Indonesia and Sudan, during which free-of-charge services were provided to more than 4.5 million children and elderly people, and over 10,000 surgeries were performed on poor patients. Training programs were also conducted for more than 10,000 medical professionals. The focus in the next phase is to expand the services of the Wakaya programme, which is in partnership with the Ministry of Health and Prevention, to enhance health awareness among the members of the community with a focus on the most vulnerable sectors to chronic diseases. The Road and Transport Authority has announced the working hours of all of its services during the Prophet Muhammad's birthday holiday on Sunday. RTA services also include customer happiness centres and vehicle testing and registration centres. Moza Al-Mari, the Director of Marketing and Corporate Communication at the RTA, stated that their customer happiness centres will be closed during the holiday, while all paid parking zones in Dubai, except for the fish market and multi-level parking lots, will be free of charge. The fare system will be reinstated on Monday, the 12th of December. The Red Line metro stations will operate on Sunday from 5:30 a.m. to 12 midnight, while the Green Line metro stations will operate from 5:50 a.m. to 12 midnight, and the Dubai tram will operate from 6:30 a.m. to 1 a.m. Many of the public buses will be running until midnight, including metro feeder bus services and intercity buses. And marine transit modes will also see changes to their schedules, including the water bus at Marina Station, the Dubai ferry at Al Ghababa Station and the Dubai Water Canal Station. Electric Abras at the Global Village will operate from 4 p.m. to 12 midnight, the Burj Khalifa from 6 p.m. to 11 p.m. and Mamzar Station from 2 p.m. to 12 midnight. Abra on the Creek will be running from 10 a.m. to 12 midnight, while air-conditioned Abras at Jeddah, Dubai Festival City, will be operating from 7 a.m. to 12 midnight. According to Moza, vehicles and testing registration centres will be off-duty during the holidays and will resume on Monday, the 12th of December. The Sultan bin Khalifa Al Nahyan Humanitarian and Scientific Foundation is setting up the first ever cancer treatment centre that will use proton beam therapy. According to news agency WAM, the centre, located at the Al Shaham area over in Abu Dhabi, will cost around 220 million dirhams and provide therapeutic services to nearly 1,300 patients annually from the UAE and abroad. It is scheduled to start operations from the last quarter of 2018. His Highness Sheikh Dr. Sultan bin Khalifa Al Nahyan, the advisor to the UAE President and Supreme Chairman of the Foundation, signed a partnership with the British Proton Group, the Al Sayya Group in Kuwait and the Al Fadan Group to implement the project. The Foundation is also setting up the first centre for bone marrow implantation in the UAE to provide better medical services to patients in the country and the region. Dr. Mahdi Ali Fardan Al Fardan, the chairman of the board of the Proton Centre over in Abu Dhabi, stated that the new cancer centre will treat all types of cancer, especially children's tumours and prostate cancer, and the rate of cure using this technique is set to be very high. Healthcare spending in the MENA region is expected to grow to $144 billion in 2020, with around $69 billion of this health spend coming from the GCC countries. The findings were revealed at the 4th edition of the Healthscape Summit GCC, which was opened by officials from the Ministry of Health and Prevention in the UAE, in the Health Authority Abu Dhabi and the Saudi-German Hospital Group in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. According to the Healthcare and Life Care Sciences report, the GCC government mostly funds health expenditure, with the public sector covering around 65 to 80% across GCC countries. The report predicts that the GCC is expected to see considerable growth in healthcare expenditure due to a change in the population mix towards an older population, a rise in chronic lifestyle diseases, growing medical tourism demand, and a move towards medical technology innovation. It was also noted that the healthcare sector is expected to see a demand-supply gap for beds, doctors and nurses across the GCC, which provides an opportunity for the private sector to make investments to help improve quality of care and access. And the Dubai Health Authority has launched a medical complaints portal for patients within the country and for medical tourists. Dr. Leila Al-Mazouki, the Director of Health Regulation and Dubai Medical Tourism Project at the DHA, stated that they have already a robust medical complaints procedure in place, and the move towards an e-complaints system will further enhance efficiencies and streamline processes. Patients can go to the DHA website and log into the medical complaints portal option, which has a separate tab for UAE residents and medical tourists. Nearly 20 tonnes of waste was collected in Dubai today as a part of the Emirates Environmental Group's 15th cycle of Clean Up UAE. The annual national environmental campaign, Clean Up UAE, witnessed the participation of over 6,000 volunteers, including corporate organisations, government agencies, students, families and individual residents. During the clean-up drive, all the volunteers used biodegradable trash bags, as well as cotton reusable gloves to pick up rubbish at the Nad Al Sheba site in Dubai. Organisers at the EEG highlighted that along with the support offered by the government and the private sector, community involvement is the key to ensure that the UAE continues to provide a safe, secure and healthy environment for its residents. While stating that recycling is key for preserving the environment, it was also stressed that the real change can be brought about by a hands-on approach at the grassroots level, by conserving natural resources in order to create a sustainable future. The 10-day-long campaign will continue over this week, covering all of the Emirates, as well as several big cities across the UAE.
The Clean Up UAE campaign's main objective is to mobilize the masses and actively engage the community in a responsible action, hands-on program, and that is to keep our beautiful country healthy and clean and green. You know, this is the 15th cycle that we are doing this campaign, and every year, I must say, we are seeing more and more involvement of the different sectors of the society. Over here, I'm very, very delighted to see the big number of private sector companies, government organizations that have really come to show their commitment and to take a day off, because today is Saturday, and to enjoy it in a meaningful and productive way.
It's really a pleasure to participate such events as we are involving our part to clean up this UAE as a part of UAE residents. And it is pleasure to participate such program like clean the environment and saving the animals running around here. And I recommend everyone to please participate in these coming years at least and do your part being a resident.
Every year we come to Dubai, and my family had gone to Ras Al Khaimah also last year, and we are very fortunate enough to put our personal time, because we believe that whatever you do, if you give time, you cannot take back the time. So this is important from all of us, that we put our time to save the environment.
I feel proud to be a part of the Clean Up UAE campaign, to be a child, and I hope to pick up as much trash as I can to make UAE a better environment.
And finally, looking to other news now, the 19-day Abu Dhabi Food Festival is now in full swing over in the capital, which opened on the 5th of December and is running until the 23rd. The festival encourages residents and visitors over in Abu Dhabi to indulge in the opportunity to taste the creations of some of the most famous chefs in the business, including MasterChef Australia star Matt Preston, Michelin star chef and global TV personality Graham Elliott, and Adriano Zumbo, the star of Zumbo's Just Desserts. The chefs will be taking part in cooking demonstrations, offering restaurant appearances, meet and greets and cookbook signings, while lucky food enthusiasts will get the chance to also enjoy dinner with Hollywood royalty, John Cusack and Jesse Metcalfe, as a part of Gourmet Abu Dhabi's celebrity-hosted dining lineups. Mubarak Al-Shamsi, the director of the Abu Dhabi Convention Bureau at the TCA Abu Dhabi, stated that the Abu Dhabi Food Festival is designed to bring together the creative minds of renowned chefs and culinary enthusiasts from around the world to our emirate. Well, we caught up with MasterChef Australia star Matt Preston, who spoke about his involvement in the festival this year, as well as the similarities between Emirati and Australian cooking styles.
I'm here at the Abu Dhabi Food Festival to do 2 afternoon teas, one here at the Rosewood today and then another at the Ritz-Carlton tomorrow. And we're going to be bringing some classic Australian flavours, but marrying with some of the flavours that I think Emiratis will find familiar. And then tonight, a dinner at the Rosewood. Again, trying to bring the joy of an Australian wedding to Abu Dhabi. So this kind of a celebration of the stuff that unites Australians and Emirati together, you know, this love of great food. I think one of the major trends we're seeing emerging at the moment is the love of the vegetable. You know, if you go to a lot of top restaurants now, you'll find that vegetables form the basis of the majority of the courses. And red meat is disappearing slightly. Seafood is still popular. The other big trend, as long as this kind of wonderful celebration of the vegetable, is cooking over fire. So something that I think that again, you know, the Australian tradition and the Emirati tradition is quite united by this idea of cooking over a campfire. So you're seeing this in a lot of fashionable restaurants now, no longer the plastic bag dipped into a water bath to cook stuff, but actually cooking it properly using, you know, the true intense heat of the flame, or maybe slow cooking it in an oven. I think this question about whether people are overcomplicating food, you know, food is about celebrating produce. And if you start with great produce, you shouldn't have to do a lot with it. I think technique is exciting, and I think if we're going to spend money to eat out in a restaurant, we want to see some value. We want to see some hard work that we'd never do ourselves in the kitchen. But for me, in terms of what I like to eat and my food is all about, you know, minimum work, maximum excitement, maximum flavor. So I love this idea of, you know, can we find a quick way to make something delicious? And that's something that we'll talk about at the high teas to Rosewood and the dinner at Rosewood tonight.